60 years old, is that too late to be funding a Roth IRA? I've got that answer and more coming up. My name's Mike Bernard. I'm the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. And yes, I get picked on by my team about how much I love the Roth IRA. Now, it's not a one-size-fits-all, guys. You've got to look at your specific financial situation on an ongoing basis to see if it makes sense for you to be funding your retirement accounts pre-tax or Roth. But the benefits of the Roth are just significant. For the Roth IRA, as you make contributions, you do not get a tax benefit. It's not a tax deduction, okay? But once those dollars, after-tax dollars, are in the Roth, they're all tax sheltered. All the dividends, interest, capital gains, it's all sheltered from Uncle Sam. And then out there in the future, as long as you have had a Roth IRA for at least 5 years and you're age 59 and a half, you draw that growth out tax-free. The money you contributed, you never deducted in the first place, so that comes out tax-free. So you win when you're in a low tax bracket today and you're in a high tax bracket in the future, or really who cares what tax bracket you're in the future because it's all coming out tax-free. That's the Roth, that's how that works. That's at odds with pre-tax. That's the other choice you have, where your contributions into a traditional IRA or to the pre-tax side of your 401k, you do get a tax benefit today. It helps you. It reduces your taxable income and reduces the taxes. All the gains and interest, dividends, that's all sheltered in there as well. But then once you turn age 59 and a half, as you draw dollars out, then it's taxable to you. That's how the pre-tax works. So the big idea there, you win there if you're in a high tax bracket today and a low tax bracket out there in the future. Many people will be in that situation because you're funding your 401k, you're funding your IRA during your career when you're making a lot of money. And then in retirement, you're on Social Security and you're not drawing, or your taxable income's not as high, so hopefully you're in a lower tax bracket. So why do I love the Roth so much? It's just really versatile, but there's 3 times when I would argue advantage Roth. Now, this is not a supplement for actual financial planning and comprehensive financial planning with your CFP. You need to do that. But when you're young, advantage Roth IRA, because you've got all of that compounding interest, so your contribution, little when you're young, lots of time will mean there's lots of opportunity for that growth, and I'd rather have that growth in a tax-free account, advantage Roth. Second, if you believe you're going to be in a higher tax bracket in the future, and whether, again, if you're early in your career, likely you're going to be making more money. But the other thing, you look at the mountain of deficit and the mountain of debt, and yeah, it's possible new taxes get created or tax rates go up. And again, advantage Roth. And then third, if you think the stock market's going to be higher in the future, or we just had a decline in the stock market and I want that eventual, whenever it is, that rebound, all of that growth to be tax-free, advantage Roth. Those are the 3 times I really love it. Now, let's get back to the question. At age 60, is that too late? Is it too late to fund a Roth IRA? Again, those three times when I really love it, that's kind of at odds with being age 60. Well, a couple things to point out. Know that there is no age limit to funding a Roth IRA. There's no age limit. You don't have to be age 18. You don't have to be younger than 70 or younger than 60. There's no age limit. What is the limit? You have to have earned income. You have to have paycheck money. And so Social Security doesn't count, pension doesn't count. You have to have earnings, wages, and then your taxable income can't be too high. All right, so for a married couple filing jointly, it's got to be below, 220 grand or something like that. It's around there. So you've got to have enough earned income, but you can't have too much overall adjusted gross income. There's no age limit for funding a Roth IRA. Know that, number 1. Number 2, you want tax diversification. You want tax diversification. We all know what diversification is. Don't have all your eggs in one basket. Tax diversification isn't just a geeky term we came up with. It refers to, well, when I need to draw money out of my investments, I want to have some choice in whether it's tax-free or taxable or just capital gains. I want to have some choice in that. If it's all pre-tax, I have no choice. And anytime I just need to supplement my Social Security, I need a new car, I need a new house, or I need to do some home improvements, it's all going to be taxable. I'd rather have some tax diversification, having a Roth IRA does that. And then third, remember that there is no required minimum distribution on the Roth IRA. Not yet. I wonder if they'll recommend or they'll put that in place out there in the future as a way to get money out, force money out of Roth IRAs so it goes back into some taxable type of accounts. I'm not trying to give any ideas, just, I don't trust Congress, so who knows. But there is no requirement at some point out there in the future where you're forced to draw this money out of the Roth IRA. And there again, that's a benefit. Now, with those three things in mind, is age 60 too old? Is it too late to fund a Roth IRA? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It gives you that tax diversification. Let's go back through those three reasons why I love it. Number one, when you're young. Well, at age 60, you might say, yeah, I'm not young anymore. Your retirement is still going to last 2, maybe 3 decades. That's a long time. That is a long time. We get people coming to us all the time where they're in their late 50s or 60s and they're finally ready to work with a certified financial planner. We'd recommend you start far sooner than that, but they're on the cusp of retirement, would like to retire in the next couple of years, and they haven't been funding a Roth IRA. It's not too late. Your retirement's going to be a couple of decades, and so start funding that Roth IRA. That's number one. Number two, is there a chance that you're going to be in a higher tax bracket out there in the future? We do multi-year tax projections for our clients, meaning it's so geeky, guys, but all right, what do we think your tax picture is going to look like this year? Doing a tax return is what's your tax picture look like last year? But at the base, a projection is what do we think it's going to look like this year? But then what do we think it'll look like next year and the following and following and following? So that you can forecast, well, what's it going to look like when you turn on Social Security? What's it going to look like when you say goodbye to your paycheck, you start drawing money out of your IRAs? Should you do Roth conversions? What's it going to look like when there's RMDs? And it's possible you'll be able to see, yeah, I actually, when I hit RMD, we are going to be in a higher tax bracket, or at least the same, and therefore I'd rather have the growth growing tax-free. And then third, is the market going to be higher out there in the future? And odds are, although no one knows the future, based on history, odds are yes. And do you want that growth, that market growth, to be in a taxable account or in a tax-free account? Guys, age 60 is not too late to be funding a Roth IRA. Neither is 65, neither is it right up until retirement, guys. Work with your certified financial planner, look at your tax shelter strategy, and that should be informed by that multi-year tax projection, your financial goals, and all of the other 6 areas of your financial life should all be informing what your tax shelter strategy is. Should we max out our 401k pre-tax and then fund the Roth? Should we be doing Roth 401k contributions? What's the best approach for your situation? Work with your certified financial planner on that. If you don't have a CFP on your team, you can contact one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com. That's Korhorn with K, wisemoneyshow.com. You can find us there as well, or send us an email, info@korhorn.com. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.